Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetshoes.com, and today we are going to do the quick hands-on review and the unboxing of Karbonn Titanium S5 Plus. Karbonn Titanium S5 Plus is an upgrade to the Karbonn Titanium S5, which was one of the popular headset from Karbonn. This device, again, when it comes to the pricing, is also available for a price of around 10,000 rupees approximately. And when it comes to the display size, it has 5-inch of display. You have 1.3 GHz of quad-core processor on this device. Front camera is 0.3 megapixel. The resolution on the device is 540 x 960. You have 1 GB of RAM, and then you have Android 4.2 running on this device as far as the version of Android which is running on this device. You have 4 GB of internal storage, and you have 8 megapixel camera at the back. The battery capacity on the device is 1800 mAh. This is how the package looks like. As you can see, pretty good package in terms of the overall look and feel. We have the specifications and some of the features of the device mentioned at the back side. So it has 5-inch of QHD display. It is not a high definition or full high definition display, but it is lower than that. You have 1.3 GHz quad-core processor on this device, and then it comes to Android, it has 4.2. When it comes to the ROM, the internal memory, it has 4 GB of internal memory, and then you have 1 GB of RAM on this device. 8 megapixel of rear camera is there, which is supporting autofocus, and it has LED flash as well. You have the front digital camera, which is a 0.3 megapixel or a VGA camera, I would say. You have gravity sensor, proximity sensor on this device, and then you have slot for the micro SD memory card as well to expand the storage. You have Bluetooth 3.0, Wi-Fi is also supported. The battery is 1800 mAh, and it is a dual SIM device, and it supports assisted GPS for GPS navigation. So this is how the package looks like. Let's unbox this and take a look what we have in the package. Again, we have been using this device for like more than a week now, and we are just doing this unboxing for you. This is an already opened box, so we have installed a couple of utilities as well on this device to show you the benchmark scores and all. And this is how the Karbonn Titanium S5 Plus looks like. Definitely in terms of the overall build quality, I would say this device is a much better upgrade as compared to the Karbonn Titanium S5 which we have seen earlier. And it has got a glossy back cover with a glossy finish, as you can see, which will get the fingerprints quite easily, but again it will resist to the scratches to an extent. And the overall build quality of this device is definitely good. However, when it comes to the back side, it is plastic. On the edges as well, it is plastic, and then you have a chrome lining which is on the edges of the phone. It does make it look pretty good and premium as well. In terms of the overall build quality and the look and feel, definitely this phone looks pretty good. So we will take a look over the phone later on. Let's take a look what we have in the package apart from the phone. So in the package we get the user manual from Karbonn. Okay, so you have the warranty card in service center list. So they have a large number of service centers. Then you have these booklets, some IMEI information. You have the user manual for the Titanium S5 Plus, which tells you about the basic features of the phone and how to use it. Then again, it will be helpful for those only who are new to Android. You have the micro USB to USB cable which comes within the package, a standard one. Here you have the charger, and let me just show you the output current rating from the charger. So it is a 1 ampere charger or 1000 milliampere charger basically. And then you have the headphones. These are the headphones which come within the package. These are in-ear headphones which you get within the package. You have the So here we have the headphones, and this is how the headphone look like. These are standard in-ear headphones which you will get within the package. Although the design looks good, you have a module over here for the mic, and you also have a button over here to pick the calls. So again, we will let you know about the quality of these headphones within this video as well, within this review. And these are all the things which we have in the package. So let's take a look over the device now. So here we have the Karbonn Titanium S5 Plus, and this is how the device looks like. As you can see, one thing which I can notice about this device is that in terms of the overall thickness, this device is really slim. And if we talk about the exact thickness which we have for this device, the exact thickness is around, I guess, 7.9 millimeter. I'm not sure, I'm not confirmed about this, but it seems to be like 7.9 millimeter in terms of the overall thickness. The weight of the device is again quite light. It is well under 130 gram. So in terms of the overall weight, this device does not feel heavy even when you insert the battery inside. So let me just remove the back cover to show you what we have as far as the back side of the device is concerned. We have the slot for the battery, which accepts a 1800 milliampere hour battery. We have the SIM card slot 1 over here, which will accept normal size SIM card, and then we have the SIM card slot 2, which will accept a 2G SIM card. So 3G supported on this slot, whereas 2G supported over here. And then you have a micro SD memory card slot over here to expand the storage of the device. And all these slots are actually hot swappable. That means you don't have to remove the battery to insert the SIM card 1, SIM card 2 on this device. And again, you will need to restart the device once you insert the SIM card into this device before you can start using them. But again, they are hot swappable. That means you can remove them without removing the battery. And here we have the loudspeaker mesh, as you can see. Now let me just give you an overview about the connectivity and the ports. At the bottom you have a primary mic hole over here on the edge, on the chrome grill basically. You have the touch capacitor buttons which are there within the screen, so they are not on the body of the phone, but they are actually inside the screen, the display. When it comes to the top, you have the nice metallic earpiece over here. The proximity and ambient light sensors are over here. You have the 0.3 megapixel fixed focus front camera. When it comes to the back, you have 8 megapixel camera with LED flash, and it has an autofocus camera. Over here you have the power and sleep key, which is again quite accessible. And on this side you have the volume rocker, which is again a chrome finishing button. A chrome finish button basically gives you good amount of feedback, and same goes for the power and sleep key as well. And these are all the buttons. When it comes to the ports, you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging at the top, and you have the 3.5mm audio jack, which is little bit bulging out, but again in terms of the overall design, this device definitely looks good. In terms of the overall form factor, I would say this device is fairly easy to hold in one hand. You can easily hold the device in one hand, although the display is 5-inch, but still because of the rounded edges, the curved rounded edges at the back side, you will be able to hold this device quite easily without any issues with one hand. However, you may not be able to reach every part of the screen with one hand. You will need to use two hands in that case. But in terms of the overall form factor, the slimness of the device and the weight, this device is really good. Now this is how the home screen look like, and again, as you can see, when it comes to the home screen, you have like 5 home screens on this device, which you can increase. So again, you can have maximum 9 home screens on this device. You can set any one of them as the default home screen, as you can see over here. And once you set any of the default home screen, you will see it like this. When it comes to the app drawer, you can always access the app drawer like this by just tapping over here. It is running in a custom UI as far as Android is concerned. It is not stock UI which we have on this device. And this is how the notification center looks like. You have the toggle for the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth sensor as well, the gravity sensor, the rotation sensor and other things. You can toggle everything from here. Let me just go into the settings and show you the version of Android which is running on this device. So the version of Android which is running on the device is 4.2.2, which is Jelly Bean again. And again, you can come back with the help of these touch capacitor buttons, which never hide themselves, and this is not a very good thing, I would say. When it comes to the storage scenario, we have 4 GB of internal storage on this device, and you have the option of installing applications on the SD card. Right now the default write disk is set to phone storage. Once you insert an SD card into this device, you can actually change this default storage location. And over here we can see that out of 4 GB of internal memory, you get around 433 MB of RAM, which is being used by applications, and these are all some of the applications which we have installed in some pre-installed application, I would say. So you get 1 GB out of the internal storage, and then phone storage is 1.39 GB, out of which you get around 450 MB of available storage. Again, this is because of the applications and other media files which we have stored on this device. So you get 1.39 GB plus 1 GB, that is total of 2.39 GB out of the total storage which we have on this device. And you have the SD card support as well. You can change the default storage location in case you want to. Now taking a look over the display settings, when it comes to the wallpaper, the wallpapers which are supported on this device are going to be static wallpapers, but there is definitely a custom wallpaper application on this device, which will allow you to download wallpapers online or with the help of internet. And these high definition wallpaper, you can actually set them as wallpaper on the home screen or on the lock screen, as per your own preference. You can control the settings over here, that how the wallpaper should actually scroll and change. You can actually set multiple wallpapers which will keep on changing as the time progress. When it comes to the brightness, you have support for automatic brightness as well because of the proximity and ambient light sensors. And again, it is because of the ambient light sensor, but you do have the proximity sensor as well on this device. When it comes to the application usage, this device has 1 GB of RAM, and out of 1 GB of RAM, as of now, let me show you the current scenario. So out of 1 GB of RAM, around 333 MB of RAM is being used, whereas you get around 637 or 38 MB of RAM, which is free, which is again fairly good. And the device is kind of responsive even when it is running custom version of UI. It is not the stock Android UI which we see on this device. You have the setting for the profile over here. However, we do not notice any specific sound settings which could enhance the overall quality of sound which comes out from the earphones. Now here we have the system information for the device. The model number of the device is Karbonn Titanium S5 Plus. As you can see, it has got ARM V7 processor, clocked at 1.3 GHz. It is a quad-core processor, and the chipset is 6582. It is not 6589, but it is 6582, which is the latest chipset. When it comes to the resolution is 540 into 960, and again, this is the effective resolution. And to some extent, this resolution is also disturbed by these capacitive buttons which are there. In most of the applications, even when you play the games, you will see this basically the navigation bar inside that as well, inside a game when you are playing it. You have accelerometer sensor, proximity and light sensor on this device, as you can see, and this is all information which we have around the hardware. Now as far as the display is concerned, we have an IPS LCD display on this device, which is again pretty good because you can see the screen from extreme viewing angles. And one thing which I really like about this display is that there is no fading of colors which is happening even when you view the screen from extreme angles. This device definitely has much better viewing angles as compared to this Karbonn S5 Titanium which we have seen earlier. And this is how the camera UI look like. As you can see, when it comes to the camera UI, you do have support for HDR mode. You can also take shots with beautification mode for the faces and all. You have panorama mode supported. You have multi-angle view shot also supported. When it comes to the front camera, let me show you the view from the front camera as well. So this is how the view will look like from the front camera, and again, the front camera is pretty okay to do a good quality video chat. However, the details are not that good and the overall video feed is kind of hazy. That is something which we have noticed. So in case you don't hold the device steady, it will give you a blur motion, basically a blur image in terms of rendering whenever you do a video chat from the front camera. And let me just show you the settings as well. So you have support for GPS location tagging. You have photo settings over here where you can actually control the camera with the help of voice. You have face detection which you can turn on. Self timer is also supported up to 10 seconds you can take, and then burst shot is also supported with 99 shots maximum which you can take from this device. When it comes to the video settings, you have electronic image stabilization supported. You have the video quality which is set to fine. That means this device can actually record high definition video at 1080p and 720p, and we will just confirm that how much frames per second does it do that. When it comes to the overall camera quality, we have taken some shots from this device in daylight and these shots come out to be pretty good. You do have tap to focus, and also you have autofocus supported on this device while doing the video recording or taking the photos. So the overall quality of the photos which we get from this device in daylight is definitely good, and we have also taken some shots in low light as well. So let me just take a shot as of now in front of you of this particular battery which we have, and let's see how does this come out to be. So it focused the object and then it will give you a green rectangle, and once you zoom in, as you can see, we have just taken this photo and this photo has come out with a great clarity. I would say not the very best clarity which we have seen on some other devices, but in terms of the overall performance, this camera has performed pretty good. The 8 megapixel camera at the back on this device has performed pretty good, and when it comes to the actual object which is there is a slight difference when you see this image or when you see the actual object over there. But again, this image looks good in terms of overall colors as well. It is not very much oversaturated, but again it is definitely different as compared to the object which we have over here. Now here we have the phone dialer, and again as you can see we have the option of making a call from the SIM card 1 or SIM card 2, and you do have the option of making a video call directly from the phone dialer. Now here we have the messaging application which we have on this device, and again you do have different modes. One is the chat mode, in which you can use one contact as one unit, and the display mode will be similar to the chat mode. And you have a folder mode as well, in which the message will be classified as per the type and the display mode in which it is there. So let's go to the folder mode, and this is how it will show you all the messages which you have on this device. And again, all the messages which you have received will be under inbox, all the messages which are being supposed to be sent will be outbox, and then you have all this kind of specification. This looks like very much in terms of the UI, it is kind of an email UI, I would say. But when it comes to the messaging UI, whenever you want to create a new message, it does give you all the suggestions which are there inside this device, which is definitely going to reduce your task in case you are going to type any of these regular standard messages to anyone. In terms of the overall UI, this messaging UI is definitely different and not at all stock Android, but again looks good. It does give you a large number of options of adding more data and doing things in a simple way. When it comes to the QWERTY keyboard, here we have the virtual on-screen QWERTY keyboard. You do not have swipe to type supported on this device, but again typing on this device is not a problem. You can easily type on this device. It does give you an haptic vibration feedback as well whenever you type, so it will be easy for you. And again, you can always type in the landscape mode as well in case you face issues in the portrait mode on this device, which should not be a problem because the device has 5-inch of display and the keys are pretty big and they're quite nicely spaced out from each other, so you should not face any problem on this device while typing. When it comes to the apps which come pre-installed, you get sound recorder pre-installed, you get also WhatsApp download application link which is there on this device. Modern Combat can also be installed. You have other applications like Karbonn Live, Karbonn Zone, which is again some kind of content which you can get on this device with the help of these Karbonn application. They have tied up with some other partners over there. You have Kingsoft Office to edit the documents. You have Flashlight, which will allow you to use the LED flash at the back as a torch. And then you have other applications like UC Browser, Video Player, Truecaller also come pre-installed on this device. And then you have Quick Dial. So in terms of some third-party applications, you have pretty good number of third-party applications which come pre-installed, including Movie Studio, MyDala, and some other applications which will come on this device preloaded. So the overall sound quality which you get from these earphones which come within the package is going to be kind of sharp, I would say, high in terms of the treble levels, but in terms of the overall bass effect, I would say these headphones are not very good in terms of the overall bass effect which you will hear from these in-ear headphones which come within the package. But again, they're better than the standard headphones which we have seen on some of the devices of this price range, which are actually good for nothing. But these headphones are definitely better than those, although they will give you more treble but less bass. On Quadrant standard, this device has scored a score of 5756, which is a pretty decent score for a device like this, and it is above all other devices in terms of the benchmark score. We have got a score of 17635 for the CPU. For memory it is 3611. For input output operation it is 4577. 2D it is 45546, and then for 3D it is 2413. And again, this is definitely a good score which we have got on this device. On Antutu we have got a score of 17193, which is again a pretty amazing score for a device like this. For a 10,000 rupees device you get this kind of a score, which is definitely amazing. So that means this device should perform very good in terms of the overall day-to-day usage. And if I tell you about the day-to-day usage, this device is definitely good. There is no issue with this device. With the day-to-day usage, you can run multiple applications in the background and the device will not be slow in terms of the overall UI and in terms of the overall transitions. So in terms of overall performance, this device is definitely good. When it comes to the ranking, it comes in between Samsung Galaxy S3 and Google Nexus 4 as far as the benchmark scores are concerned. And let me just show you the detailed benchmark scores. So here we have the detailed benchmark score segregation with the UI, with the CPU, RAM, GPU, input and output operations. On Ninamark we have got a score of 61.0 FPS, and again this score is also kind of impressive. So let's find out how does the overall gaming performance is there on this device, which will definitely give us an idea about how is the overall gaming on this device and how does it handle the graphic intensive games and the casual games. And one thing which I would like to say here is that I definitely don't like this navigation menu, because whatever application you run, whatever game you are running, this navigation bar will always be there and it will not hide. So you will not get the full screen experience on this device most of the time because of this. So now we are playing Temple Run OZ on this device to show you the overall performance of the device in terms of the casual games. The touchscreen is quite responsive, there is no issue. Graphics are also pretty good on this device, so there is no issue with this device as far as graphics is concerned. You can easily play this game on this device without any problem. The overall draw distance for the game is also pretty good, and the gravity sensor is also working well, as you can see. So now we are playing this game called Frontline Commando D-Day, and it is kind of graphic intensive game. In terms of the overall graphics, I can see the shadow of the game, of the player basically, and some other effects pretty nicely on this device till now. And the touchscreen is kind of responsive. There is no issue with the touchscreen as if now with this device while playing this game. All the controls on the touchscreen are also accessible. There is no issue with that as well. You can easily play this game on this device. In terms of the graphics, it may not be the very smooth performance I have seen earlier, but definitely it is pretty good and you will not face any problem while playing on this device, not much of a problem. The graphics are kind of smooth. There is a very little lag and less amount of frame dropping, which will not cause much of an issue. So the last game which we are going to test on this device is called Dead Trigger 2, which is the latest version of this game. And as of now all the controls are accessible. There is no issue with this game while playing it on this device, as you can see. In terms of the overall graphics, this game is running quite smoothly without any issues, as you can see. So you can easily play a game like this on this device or any other graphic intensive games as well. However, when it comes to some heavy graphic intensive games like Modern Combat 4 and Nova 3, you will face slight amount of graphic lag, but still you can play those games on this device provided you have memory on this device. Although if you don't have memory, you also have the option of installing applications on the SD card as well. On multi-touch, this device supports 5-point multi-touch, as you can see. Now when it comes to the preloaded browser which we have on this device, it is the UC browser which comes preloaded on this device, which is again definitely better than the default Android browser which we get on most of the other devices like this one, because it does give you a large number of options when it comes to compressing the web pages which you would like to download on this device as far as browsing is concerned. So you will definitely get a better browsing experience with the UC browser, which is the default browser on this device. And let me just load our website so that we can see how good the browser is when it comes to loading any website and how the overall kinetic scrolling and other experiences. So it will load the website pretty quickly. If there is any mobile version of the website which you are trying to load, it will load that automatically. You can also disable it. When it comes to kinetic scrolling, there is no issue at all. You can easily scroll the web page. However, it is not very smooth That is again because of this device hardware, not because of the UC browser. And when it comes to different options, you can access different options, like you can download files, you can play YouTube videos within the web page, you can also have a full screen browsing experience, and again you can always revert back and go to the normal browsing experience. You can also have it in night mode, so in case you are using it in bed, you can use that at night time and it will not cause problem to your eyes in that case. So this browsing experience on this device with the browser which we have, that is the UC browser, is definitely going to be good. So now as you can see, we are playing a YouTube video from our channel, and this video is being played at high quality, not in the high definition because of the resolution. And again, the overall sound quality, let me just give you an idea. The overall loudness of the sound which comes out from this device while playing a video like this is not too loud. And again, the loudspeaker is actually placed at the back side, so if you place the device like this on a table when you are playing a video, the sound will get blocked and it will get muffled to an extent as well. And again, one thing definitely which I do not like about this device is the low volume of the loudspeaker, which is actually at the back, and it might get blocked as well like this whenever you are holding it in this way. And it may also get amplified whenever you hold it in the right way. So the placement of the loudspeaker is definitely not a good position on this device. The loudness is also not too good. As far as viewing angles are concerned, you can see the display from extreme angles without any issues, and that is something which is definitely good for this device. When it comes to LED notification light, you do not have LED notification light on this device. And let's check the OTG support as well right away. So we have the OTG cable with the flash drive connected. Let me just try connecting this flash drive with this device. And again, the OTG seems not to be supported, as this device has not detected this flash drive with the help of the OTG cable with which we have just connected it. So OTG is definitely not supported on this device as of now. The overall battery life on this device is kind of average. You will get around 1 day of battery backup if you are a user who use a lot of apps, and again you do not watch a lot of videos or you do not play a lot of games. In case you are a heavy user or a user who would like to watch a lot of videos from YouTube or on the device memory itself, if they are over there, and you can play the videos, you can play high definition videos at 720p as well as at 1080p. Some of the 1080p videos might not get played, but again you can play them with the help of third-party video players like MX Player, and you can solve that issue. Again, this device can play those videos. So in case you are a person who would like to watch a lot of videos or who would like to play a lot of games on this device, then definitely you will not get 1 day of battery backup. For moderate users who use a lot of apps and less amount of gaming and video watching is being done, then it will definitely give you around 1 day of battery backup. The battery on this device is 1800 milliampere hour, which is definitely not very much justified for a display of this size, although the resolution is lesser. So in terms of the overall consumption of the battery, the display does not consume that much power as compared to the full high definition phones, full high definition display phones, or the high definition display phones. So that's all from us as far as the full hands-on review of the Karbonn Titanium S5 Plus. We really like this device in terms of the overall build quality, the form factor. The weight of the device is also pretty light. In terms of the overall performance, this device is definitely good. For day-to-day usage, it is going to be great. But again, for gamers, it may not give you around 1 day of battery backup, but again you can use this device for gaming as well. You can play some heavy games as well and some medium graphic intensive games as well without any issues on this device. That is something which we can tell as of now. However, some heavy games will give you slight amount of graphic lag whenever you play it. In terms of the display resolution is not full HD or HD, so again still it will not cause much of an issue. And one thing which we have seen on this device as far as display is concerned, it has pretty good viewing angles as well. So in all, at 10,000 rupees approximately, if you can get this device, this is a definitely good value for money device, I would say, as compared to the other quad core phones which are available in the market. So do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video help you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.